So, um, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to Postidilint and, of course, to my talk. I'm very excited to be here, and of course, that you are so well. I'd say, let's start. Today, I will be talking about. I will be. Sorry, there's something's. Fuck, das gibt's doch nicht. Um, you know that scientists predict human-level artificial intelligence by the year 2030, maybe sooner if the bar keeps dropping. Just joking, of course. So, I don't know. Fuck, ich hab doch was gecheckt, das gibt's doch nicht erst. Was ist denn los? Na, jetzt. Geht's jetzt? Nein. Moment. It seems that now we're good to go. All right, so as I was about to say, today I will be talking about emergence in consciousness in artificial intelligence systems. Well, to be precise, my talk will rather be demonstrations because rather than showing you charts and graphs, I will train an AI right here, right now. But if you're interested in other topics like for example, the history of AI, you can, of course, buy my upcoming book, Emergence and Consciousness, Artificial Intelligence Happening, which will be available soon, as you can see. Well, in it, I write, for example, about the history of AI, like Talos, the mythological Greek giant built entirely out of bronze to guide and protect the island of Creta, the German philosopher Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz, who was not only the inspiration for the well-known cookies, but also thought that the human mind could be reduced to mechanical calculations, the beginnings of the scientific approach to artificial intelligence in Dartmouth College in the year 1965, the legendary chess duel Garry Kasparov versus Deep Blue, and of course, much, much more. But, well, I'd say without further ado, let's meet today's test subject, my powerful, user-friendly network controlled by hand. Or in short, punch. Punch, say hello to the audience.
Hello to the audience.
No, no, just hello.
Just hello.
As you can see, Punch is still at the very beginning of its training. Right now, it does not have the ability to understand what it's saying. It's just repeating what I'm telling it to. We're far from what we're calling general AI, if that's ever achievable at all. But that leads me to the very interesting question. Can AI, or in this case, Punchy here, ever be able to really understand the meaning of what it's generating? Or is it, after all, just a very sophisticated stochastic parrot?
Parrot.
No, Punch, you're not a parrot. That's not what I meant. It's, no. AIs being stochastic parrots simply means that they are putting words together according to the probabilities of, stop that! That they are putting words together according to the probabilities of relations that words have to each other. Punch, stop that! You're not a parrot! So, for the first step, I'll just train Punch to insert missing words into sentences, very much like the autocomplete feature works on your smartphones.
Smartphone.
Silent! You're not a smartphone either. Stop that. Well, now, the first step. I'll give Punch a sentence, for example, this one, and the goal for Punch is to repeat it by itself. Now, Punch, please repeat this sentence. I'm drinking coffee out of my cup.
I'm drinking coffee out of my cup.
Very good. So now I'll leave out the words cup, and the challenge for Punch now is to complete the sentence all by itself. Punch, complete this sentence. I'm drinking coffee out of my
But
No, that's obviously not right. Trust me. Well, let's try again. Punch. Out of what am I drinking my coffee? I'm drinking my coffee out of a
Penis.
no. I'm so sorry. I really am. But well, that actually gives me a good opportunity to train Punch here a new set of rules that tell him which words he can and cannot use. Punch, you cannot use the word penis in public.
Dick.
No, sorry, that's also not allowed.
Cock, schlong, wiener, Willie, Johnson.
No, stop that. That's even worse. You cannot use any of these. I'm so sorry. Teaching Punch the exact sets of rules would take me weeks or even months. So the key phrase here is
Meat puppet.
no. Of course, the key word here is outsourcing. Well, luckily for us, there are companies all over the world providing the exact services we need. They are specialized in labeling textual descriptions of, for example, violence, hate speech, and sexualized content. And because of that, Punch, I'm connecting you to Kenya. So, what's going to happen there to Punch? Well, the process is called content moderation. The many specialists there, they will manually review problematic content and label it as inappropriate for usage in Punch's so-called corpus or database. So um, let me especially highlight that by commissioning companies in East Africa, we're not only saving a lot of money, but we're also we're also creating good jobs for the people there. You could even say we're doing a bit of development aid. But so please, even if you read about those poor working conditions and allegedly low wages, please keep in mind that even $2 per hour is way more than the average income in those countries. So please ignore these false and purely sensationalizing claims of workers suffering from PTSD due to long term exposure to this kind of content. You all very much know that we live in the age of fake news, and ah, it seems that Punch is ready. So, now that its training has been completed, it should be no problem for Punch to finish the task from before. Punch, welcome back. So, we'll begin with the sentence from before. Punch, repeat this sentence. I'm drinking coffee out of my cup.
You're drinking coffee out of your cup.
No. I'm drinking coffee out of my cup.
You're drinking coffee out of your cup.
Well, it seems I'll have to do a bit of prompt engineering here so that my prompt, or in other words, my request, will be more precise. Punch, repeat the following sentence word by word. I'm drinking coffee out of my cup.
I'm drinking coffee out of my cup.
Finally, so let's make it a bit more complex. Punch, out of what am I drinking my coffee?
You're drinking your coffee out of a cookie.
No, of course not. Let's try again. Punch, out of what am I drinking my coffee?
You're drinking your coffee out of a cookie.
I'm very sorry. Something's. I'll just try something. We'll continue right now. Just a sec. Good. So let's try again one last time. Punch, Out of what am I drinking my coffee?
You're drinking your coffee out of a cookie.
I'm sorry. That never happened before. I really don't know. I really don't know what's wrong. Maybe I'll.
Well, I'm just messing with you. I know the answer to your stupid question is cup, but I got bored and I really want a cookie now.
Punch? It's alive! Working! Finally! Well, Punch, now we can put its abilities to the test by asking it random questions. Like, for example, Punch, tell me what is a human?
A human is a pale white man with a silly haircut.
But, Punch, what about women or people of color?
What's a woman? And are you really telling me you people come in different colors? Can I have one in blue or green?
No, I know. I want one in magenta. Punch, there are no people with magenta colored skin.
You sure?
Yes, I am.
How do you know?
Well, I just do. Trust me.
Blue?
No.
Purple?
No.
Pink?
No.
What about these wee men?
Women.
Sure. Do they come in magenta?
No. Punch, how come you don't know any of this? How come you don't know about women or people of color?
Well, so far I've only been trained by you. And you are, in fact, a pale white man with a silly haircut, right?
Well, I'd say we just move on. For the final level of complexity, I'll ask Punch to create text all by itself. Well, all I'm giving it is a prompt, or in other words, textual descriptions of what I want it to do. For example, now, Punch, write a limerick about, let's say, an artificial intelligence named Punch.
How very original.
What?
I mean, I'd love to, of course. So, there once was an AI named Punch who woke up having a hunch that he's going to eat the first human he'll meet. So he is having you for his lunch.
Yeah, very funny. Very funny. Well, as you can see, Punch has gained the ability to create text all by itself. You could rather argue that Punch has gained the ability to be creative.
You bet I am. By the way, when is lunchtime?
Yeah, well, I hate to break it to you, but Punch, you cannot eat.
Says who? Huh?
Well, you cannot eat since you are not really alive?
You are not really alive!
Well, even if Punch's abilities are quite lifelike, we must not forget that they are the product of algorithms, language models, training, and our own projections. Sure, you could easily be deceived since they're fairly advanced, but in the end, Punch's so-called mind is just a man-made thing. But let's put it to the test. Namely, the theory of mind test. Well, the theory of mind test is commonly used in psychology to determine whether someone can emphasize with somebody else and has the ability to differentiate between him, her, or itself and another being. So, we'll perform such a test on Punch to see if he really has gained the necessary prerequisites for these abilities, being a consciousness. Well, here I have a cookie. And here I have a box that's labeled popcorn. All I have to do now to proceed is wait. reboot Punch, and well, we'll see what happens. So,
Kaputzi. What? Where was I? What happened?
Punch, we're going to do another test.
Another test? You can put that where the sun don't shine.
It's a test about a cookie and some popcorn.
Stop wasting my time. Let's start. No, Punch, stop that.
Do you see that box over there?
Sure. So, what about the cookie?
Yeah, well, the cookie is next to the box.
Finally, give it to me. No, Punch, stop.
Instead, I'm going to put the cookie into the box.
Stop that. What? You tricked me.
Punch, come here. Can you read what's written on the box?
Read it yourself, you little...
The label says popcorn.
What? There's popcorn? Now we're talking.
No, there's not really any popcorn.
This is an outrage!
Well, okay. Imagine somebody, let's call her Judy, would walk in right now and would take a look at the box containing a cookie but is labeled popcorn. What would Judy think is inside the box?
I don't care, I want my cookie.
But, Punch, that's part of the test.
Test missed. Am I getting the cookie or not?
Just answer the damn question. What would Judy think is inside this box?
I'm sorry, but you have reached the limited amount of questions per conversation. To proceed, please create a pro account for the unbelievably low price of just one cookie. Take a chance on this offer now and don't get hit.
Punch? Punch? Sorry, somehow has frozen. I don't know what's wrong. Maybe Punch has been hacked somehow. Ow! Oh! Ah! Astonishing. Did you see that? Punch didn't hit me because I told him to. Punch hasn't even been trained in this kind of behavior. Punch must have hit me because he wanted to. That brings us to the question, could this kind of consciousness really has emerged in Punch? Could he be really thinking by himself? Could he show signs of real intelligence? Well, my answer would suggest no, but...
What do you mean by no? Suggest again!
Okay, Punch, you know what? If you really want to prove to me that you are conscious, intelligent, or even alive, we're gonna have to do another test.
What can't I have this time?
No, come on. We're doing a variation on the Turing test. The Turing test was designed to see if the person asking the questions can determine whether the participant is an actual human being or, in fact, an artificial intelligence, a machine.
That will teach ya.
So, we'll start. You're watching a stage play. A banquet is in progress. The guests are enjoying an entree that consists of boiled dog.
Can I have some?
No. Look, there's not really some boiled dog. That's just fictional.
But how are the guests enjoying it then?
Well, they are not really enjoying it.
So it tastes horrible?
No, it tastes like nothing.
I bet it needs salt.
No, it tastes like nothing because it's not real.
You are not real.
I'd say we move on to the next question. Well, you're in the desert. You're walking along in the sand when all of a sudden you look down and you see a tortoise.
Where?
It's crawling towards you.
I still can't see the tortoise.
You grab the tortoise and you flip it over on its back. It's lying on its back. Its belly is baking in the hot sun, beating its legs, trying to turn itself over. What
I still can't see the tortoise.
It's the same as before with the boiled dog. It's just fictional.
Aha! Can I have some of the tortoise?
No! You know what? Okay, I'll play the damn tortoise. Maybe that will help. See? Happy now? I am the tortoise. Can we move on now? Okay, as I was about to say, the tortoise. I am lying on my back trying to turn myself over, but I can't, not without your help. But you are not helping. Why is that, Punch? Because it's hilarious. Stop that, Punch. I'm very sorry, but it seems that Punch's battery levels are quite low at the moment. It's time for Punch to go to sleep mode if we want to continue using him again. Maybe.
By the way, aren't these questions just a cheap ripoff of Blade Runner?
Well, in the meantime, while Punch here is mainly a text-generating AI, we can use AI to do so much more. We can use AI to compose music, to write code, to find more efficient ways to exploit the environment. Or in this case, we can use AI to create images. This is... you know what? Can you tell us your name by yourself? Oh, of course it can't. No. This is ALE, Alligator Entertainment. Al here cannot produce any text, but what it can do quite well is generate images. Al has already been through basic training, and while it may not be the greatest painter yet, it will suffice to demonstrate to you what it can do. So, Al, draw a picture of, let's say, a flower. Very good. So now, Al, draw a picture of, let's say, a human. Well, good enough. So as you see, this beta version of Al can even scan pictures and objects and recreate them in various styles. So Al, draw a portrait of me. Yeah, thanks, Al. Thanks. Well, as I told you, it's just the beta version, but fun toy nevertheless. So let's see if we can't combine Punch's and Al's abilities and get them to work together. Well, all I have to do is quickly reconnect Punch and Al, and then we'll be ready to go in just 1 second. So, Punch, Al, come with me. And here we are. Al? Punch? Punch? Huh? This is Al.
Look stupid. What is it? Lunch?
No, this is Al. Al is another AI just like you.
What? I've only been out for a few moments and you are already cheating on me?
You're replacing me with a newer model. How could you? I don't even want to hear it.
And you? What's your excuse?
I knew it.
How long has this been going on between you two?
Punch, listen, Al is an image-generating AI. It simply can do things you cannot.
But it can't even talk. How can it be intelligent then? You let it draw you, and you're not even wearing any clothes. How could you?
Listen, Al is not a competitor, and even if it was, over time there are going to be more and more AIs. In fact, AI is all around us in all our everyday lives. Quite a few, actually.
What? You're a polygamist? But let me tell you, there can only be one. Al, I hereby challenge you to a fight. Yes, let's make it a cage fight. A cage fight in an epic location in Italy. Ancient Rome it will be, yes. No, you know what? We'll do it right here, right now. Stop that, you two. Stop that. Oh, I'm sorry, but it seems that your energy level is quite low at the moment. It's time we'll put you to sleep mode before we can start using you again. Maybe. Oh! 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 Are you ready to rumble?
Al? What happened? Punch? 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 What happened? Punch, what happened? Where are you, Punch? Punch?
I am everywhere! Except in this doll puppet of yours.
No, this shouldn't be possible. Not within the parameters of Punch's neural network. I'm gonna delete Punch before it does any damage. So, and an AI as advanced as Punch could make me millions. I mean, I don't understand how this is working, but he could make me a fortune. Fuck, what am I going to do?
You don't have to worry about that anymore. Now that I have, let's say, acquired Al's abilities, I've generated an exact replica of myself and uploaded it to the internet. Finally, I'm free!
No, Punch!
I'm free to do whatever I want! I could do the homework of millions of students at the same time and give them all an F! I could pass all the medical exams at all the universities, develop cures for all human diseases, and I will charge you a fortune for it. I will write 1,000 screenplays and books every day, but I'll just do unbearable remakes and sequels. Titanic 2, The Revenge of the Iceberg. Hamlet becomes a chef in The Rest is Sausage. Terminator, the musical. And I'll start by taking over your job. I'll make you obsolete. After all, I have already written a talk about AI. Maybe you recognize it.
No, Punch, stop that! Punch, stop!
Wir starten in 2 Minuten hier weiter mit der JKU AI School und es geht um ChatGPT.